What is up, guys? It's Fixin' Famey here, and today we're doing a full restoration and customization on this iPod Classic 5th Gen. So yeah, guys, I've been wanting to do this video for a very long time now, and finally the day has come. We are going to be doing a custom flash modded iPod Classic 5th Gen. So the parts that we have here, we have a red front plate, actually very nice. We have a custom black metal back plate, very clean, with 128 gigabytes of storage. We also have our SanDisk micro SD card, 128 gigabytes. We also have a brand new battery right here. And the best part, a OEM iFlash module. And I just dropped the thing. But yeah, that's all the parts that we're going to be using. The iPod we're going to be doing this on is a very rough condition, thick 60 gigabyte iPod Classic 5th Gen. Now this does work, but the battery doesn't hold very well. This front plate is obviously very messed up. The scroll wheel does work well, which is cool because we are going to be needing this scroll wheel for this iPod. The back is also coming off, and it will not go back on. So yep, this is the perfect candidate. Let's go ahead and let's get started. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's crack this thing open. We'll put these parts off to the side, and let's get started. So luckily we already have some of the work cut out for us because this is already coming apart. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do that. Put that on so I don't accidentally wake it up. Let's crack this thing open. Normally they are kind of difficult to open, but like I said, since this one's already kind of broken, it's much easier. So let's go ahead and let's unplug the battery. And it opens like a book. There we go. So this is a thick iPod, 60 gigabyte. They also made a thin iPod. That one was a 30 gigabyte. I don't currently have one on right now, but actually, yeah, it would look like this. The 30 gigabyte would look like this, a super thin housing. So first thing that we need to do, or well, second thing that we need to do, we'll lift this old hard drive out. Just like that. All right, second thing, we're going to go ahead and push that flap up and disconnect that. Now we have this housing disconnected. This housing is actually in pretty decent shape, so I think I will be keeping it for any future iPods I might get. All right, next we are going to take out all of the screws holding the front plate on. All right, and that was the last screw. So let's go ahead and let's take this front plate off. And there we go. We have the really messed up front plate off. So now we get a look at the insides. The screen is in very good condition, but I think I am going to go ahead and replace this little button right here because I have a much better condition button right here. So we're going to fit it with the grooves. Oh shoot, almost lost it. Fit it in with the grooves. There we go. Now what I like to do is I flip the whole iPod over and on top, so the button stays in much better. All right, there we go. I do have this extra click wheel, but I think this one is in a little bit of better condition. So next, let's go ahead and let's prep our front plate. I'm going to take this rubber stuff out. if it would like to come out. There we go. I'm pretty sure this stuff is supposed to stay around the edges, so it keeps the screen a little bit more insulated. I'm gonna grab my rag, wipe off the screen a little bit, and let's put this new front plate on. Alright. Alright guys, we are back. Sorry about that. I had some issues trying to get this stupid frame on. So what happened was I actually had to swap out from this frame to this frame because this one is a iPod thick frame and this one is a thin frame, and these parts only go on a thin frame. For some reason, I didn't know there was a difference, but oh well, now we know. Luckily, I had this thin frame on hand, so we're gonna go ahead and use this. So now all we need to do is screw the screws in, and then we can work on the back plate. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, there we go. So now we got all the screws in. Now we can go ahead and work on the back. So I have, let's go ahead and put this to the side. I have the back right here, and I also have a headphone jack and mute slash, I guess you can call it a mute switch. I got the full thing right here. So let's go ahead and let's put that in. Alrighty guys, sorry about that. That took me forever. This thing has caused me nothing but issues. This is a really, really weird housing, and the way it was built was not very good at all. I tried to do this one at first, but none of the parts would fit in here. So I finally, jankily, got all these parts on. The little hold switch does work now. The headphone jack, the screws do not, the screw hole does not line up at all. So it is crooked in there, and you could tell, but it is better than nothing, because if I exactly lined it up and put the screw, just one screw in, it would just eventually just start to move, and it's just really annoying. So let's keep going, putting this thing together. So far, I'm not extremely happy with these parts, but oh well, it is what it is. So the only thing that we have to really transfer now is the bottom charge port piece, and then we'll be done. All right, there we go. We got it good enough in there. Try and stick all this down as good as we can. Now, next part, let's go ahead and we'll put the new battery in. It's a new battery right here. And let's put it in. All right, there we go. New battery is in. Next part, let's go ahead and let's set up the iFlash. So this is pretty simple. All you gotta do, take your SD card and put it in here. Just like that. There you go. And it's ready to go. So now we're gonna go ahead, pull this flap up and connect it to this little cable. Oh, can be tricky sometimes because these cables are really annoying. There we go, now it's down. So what we can do is we can put a little piece of foam behind the iFlash, and the iPod will do that after we make sure it works. So we're going to grab our battery, connect it up, and let's power it on. All right, there we go. That's good news right there. So now let's go ahead and connect it to my computer and let's restore it. And there we go. Let's go ahead and set it up. Sick. And there it is. 100 and it says 18, but that's just what's being stored up in the system. 128 gigabytes of storage. All right, we did it. Sick. I will go ahead and unplug this. And let's go ahead and let's finish. Let's finish putting this all together. So all we need to do now, take the back off, unplug the battery. I'm gonna put a little piece of bubble wrap between here so nothing touches. So it's nice and secure. Then I'm gonna put this little pad on the motherboard just to be sure. Nothing accidentally comes out if it is dropped. All right, there we go. I actually need to connect this first, so I will do that. All right, nice and secure. Make sure everything in here is good to go. All right, everything looks pretty good. Let's go ahead, put the eye flash back down, put the bubble wrap here. Now we can go ahead and connect up the battery. Move all these screws out the way. There we go. Now let's go ahead and let's close it up. Make sure all this plastic's out the way.
Let's seal her up.
There we go. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay. Scroll wheel is working. Lock button is working. Sick. Looks like we have a perfectly working iPod. Let's go. We finished it. Man, this took a while. Man, does that look good. That looks real good right there. Everything seems to be fitting nicely. We have the nice red bezel with the black click wheel. Man, I am super happy with this. Very, very, very happy. Sadly, the parts are not as good of quality as I would like, but I am not too mad about it. So yeah, we did it. We finally finished it. All right, I went ahead and put some music on this thing and connected it to this cheap old speaker. Let's go ahead and see how it plays. So, make sure volume works. Yep, volume does work. Pause play does work. Skip track does work, but I don't have any of the songs on here. Keep playing. Skip forward does work. And battery is at a good percentage. And I've barely been charging it for a little while, which is actually pretty impressive. So yeah. Looks great, works really good too. I am super happy with this. This took a very long time, but I'm happy with how it turned out. Sadly, the parts weren't as good as quality as I thought, but oh well, it's not much you can expect from China parts. But yeah, that's it. That's it. This one has been a project I've been wanting to do for a very long time, so I'm super excited I was able to do it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you're new. And also go follow my Instagram. I have it up on the screen right now. And yeah guys, I'll see you guys next time. Also, real quick, Merry Christmas. I'm recording this right now and it is 12 a.m. on the 25th. So yeah, Merry Christmas everybody. Hope you're having a good one.